are back with another update, and right now I'm using the POV mount that I'm currently selling on my website. LED fogs LED fogs.bigcartel.com. You can pick these up for $15, and the advantage of it over the GoPro is these are situated right on your chin. You put it kind of on your head and it fits right in front of your chin, and that way you can get the view of the speedo, of the scene, POV driving. Turn your head however you want. Look, you might look like an idiot like I do right now, but I mean, the benefit of it outweighs the looks, in my opinion. So I mean, if I'm gonna race somebody, I'm using this thing, and as you can see, it's really clear. So update on the car. Let me turn the air on, man, it's hot. Update on what I'm doing, what I've decided on doing. This doggone Valentine 1 saved my butt a bunch of times, but sometimes I get false readings with sliding doors, and with the Valentine 1 there's no way to cut that off. But I love the arrows. It tells me if it's before, in front of me, behind me, and right when I pass it, it shows. But anyway, back to what I was saying. What I've decided on doing is I am going to go with the boosted performance twin turbo mid-mount kit. I've done a bunch of research, and for the amount of money, it is not cheap. It's very expensive. The tuner kit costs around $8,300. It doesn't come with any fuel components, so I am currently piecing together all the things that I'm going to need to run with that kit. I currently have a 340 pump, but I'm going to upgrade to I think I'm going with the CJM twin, and that'll be the best use. I think get a 450 plus use my 340 that I currently have. I thought about going with VQ fuel upgrades and getting a whole new pump. I got the 340 from them originally. It cost me about $500, and it's completely what they do is they put it in a basket for you, and it's completely just drop in. I don't have to do anything but just take my old pump out, drop the new one in, and send them my old pump, which they use as a core for the new baskets. So that's how that works. And I was going to order a whole new one, and since I just bought this one, I was just going to resell it with the basket, try to get what I paid. But I'm thinking I don't want to deal with fuel starvation issues, and so I'm going to use the twin. Let's get a little run here. Oh, I'm at fourth. No wonder. I'm like, this is taking forever. Oh, idiot. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with probably the CJM twin 2-pump little thing, and it comes with their top hat, which is much better than the stock OEM one, because I hear those like to break a lot. Also, I'm gonna get the CJM fuel return for E85, and that coupled with some comp turbos, oilless turbos at that. I want to upgrade to air cooled and have it water and oilless. We just got to see what the price will come out to. But I'm trying to do it completely right the first time, and with this engine, I currently believe this is what I feel, the way it's sounding, and I've been looking for this exhaust leak for a while now. I think there's an exhaust leak, and I believe it's coming from the runners of the headers, ISR long tooth headers. I think maybe in all my tomfoolery and wild and out and trying to compete in two-step contests and all this stuff, I think I've cracked the runner of the headers, and that's what this choo-choo-choo sound is coming from. But I won't know until we take out the headers, and I'm not paying to take out the headers until I get the turbo. So hopefully after the turbo kit is installed, that noise will go away. And I'm not trying to deal with any oil turbos. Now, if the price is right, if I find a turbo, because I came really close to buying several. There was a GTR turbo kit, twin turbo, that had everything, the fuel return, the pump, everything, for $7 grand. And I almost bought that, but I was talked out of it by my tuner, by a good mechanic friend of mine, because you have to pull the motor to install those turbos, and that's just such a hassle. Anytime you need to do any work on the turbos, anything you got to do, you got to pull the motor. So that turned me off on that. Then there's a Fast Intentions turbo kit, twin turbo. That's like one of the best kits. They are like $12,000, brand new. Dude was selling it for $7,500. Not too far away from me either. That too, buying a used kit kind of just makes me a little uneasy. I wonder if I don't want to get stuck not having all the parts, and then it's got 10,000 miles on it. The dude says the turbos are good. He had them checked out recently, but they're not new, so it's always a concern. And then two, Fast Intentions, you also have to pull the engine. All the twin turbo kits out for this platform, you have to pull the engine to install them. And the only one you don't have to do that, of course, the Boosted Performance, because it's mid-mount, and they say it's one of the easiest turbo kits to install. So I was a little hesitant because I'm on bags about dropping the car and have some turbos underneath, but he showed a picture of it, and it's actually doesn't rest lower than the subframe, and right now my subframe is on the ground. So if it's not low as the subframe, I'm good. And I was like, okay. The pricing of it, it's a hard pill to swallow. When it comes to the Switchback Performance, they are a very well-known company as well. They make the top mount kit, $89.50, I think, install everything plus tax. So you're coming out a little over $9 grand, but everything installed for you. They are located in Florida, Tampa, close to Tampa, and it's about 10 hours away from me. So I had to drive down there. I'll probably fly back. But with the top mount, the issue is heating and engine cooling. So you have a lot of heat. They recommend you get a vented hood, so that's another extra expense, and trying to keep that heat down. But I was very seriously considering it. Boosted Performance just won me over because of the simple ease of install. I want to be able to do something myself, and on top of that, it's a proven platform. Everyone is doing 600 and above based on their fuel mods. And with me, since I'm going full send, my goal would be 700 on a stock unopened motor. So hopefully we get that done. All we're on the list to get it. I just gotta wait until he lets me know it's available. He says he's waiting on intercooler piping, which is taking a while, and I think there's a lot of people on the list. I'm sure about maybe 50% of those will actually be like real and will come through, because you know people always want to get on the list, but then when it comes time to pay money, yeah, they don't really come through like that. Me personally, I don't have that kind of money on hand in pocket. I plan on financing it, but I got a very good low interest credit card, and I got about half the money saved up, so really I'm paying half that, and that's the plan. Get me a Booster Performance Turbo, and I already have all the fuel stuff. I got the clutch, stage 4 Z-Speed with the C-Mac, and it's rated for 700 torque. And I got a buddy of mine that's hooking me up with a gauge pod for right here. ESC Customs out of New York. They make the stock looking gauge pods. I gotta buy the gauges. I'm going with either Innovate or VLS. I haven't decided yet. And I gotta get a boost controller. I was told Greddy was a good one, the Greddy Profect. I'm only getting the boost controller because I plan on staying on up rail for now, trying to keep the cost down, because if I go what's it called, Ecotech, then that's another $1,000 expense, and man, everything is adding up like crazy right now. But that's the update. That is what's going on with the G. So stay tuned. I'll be doing install videos as soon as the turbo kit arrives.